podcast, brought to you by All American Ford in Aniana, Alabama. Stop by and see John Makovica and his team today.
David,
All right, buddy.
man, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has.
Sorry for everybody that we've been on hiatus. I guess, damn, pushing a month.
Has it been that long?
It's been at least 3 weeks,
Jesus.
and so we're falling off. But we had a lot of life things going on. Actually went to Florida. Well, not Florida. I went to the Gulf Shores, Gulf Coast, to watch my ex-wife get married. I wanted to make sure that shit went through. I didn't want anybody backing out, so I had to make sure. I think I was the only guy big enough to wrestle him down if
He tried to run away?
If he tried to run away and change his mind.
There you go.
Which was even better was it was on the beach, so he'd had a hard time really digging in.
Right.
You know, I'd have had a good chance at it.
But it sounds like, from the sounds of it, though, that it was there was no need to tackle.
No, he was
Right.
he was all in. He was all in.
Well, good.
But I will laugh. So these motherfuckers, and God love them, they're getting ready for their wedding the week of, and he gets sick a couple of days before. So of course, we have to giggle about that, going, fucking, second thoughts,
Yeah.
this and that. He gets a stomach virus, and so sweating it out. He's trying to get the old pipes clean front and back before this
Oh, yeah.
for this wedding, right? And he does. He pulls through, and so the wedding was on a Friday, and he's fine on Friday. Get down there, which I got another story about getting down there. Holy shit! So we get down there, we see him. He's all in. He's ready to go. All the groomsmen and all that good stuff. They're all drinking a little bit, having a good time, laughing it up. We go, we do the wedding. Wedding was good. They did a good job. They did it on the beach. Your typical beach style wedding.
Mm.
Well, Amber and I watched the kids. My son was down there, his little girlfriend was down there, and we ain't leaving two 14 year olds on the beach,
Copy.
romantic beach
Yeah.
alone.
Right.
Hell no, not in a condo. So we watched them, and they went out. The whole wedding crew, except for us, went out and had a great time and all that stuff. Well, they come back in the next day, and everybody's going down to the beach, right? So they got all their umbrellas sitting out there, and they're, and it's hot as shit. I mean, it was just blazing out there. Well, the old sweet bride is sitting there looking hammered as shit, right? She
Really?
looks like she's had a rough night.
So was it like a bachelorette party?
No, it wasn't a bachelorette party, but it was like,
A pre-game party?
well, this was after the wedding.
Oh, after.
This was the day after the wedding. So they have a tight knit crew that they run with. So after the wedding, the reception basically was, we're gonna go out and fucking party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And again, Amber and I watched the kids.
Sure.
So they went out and they went to Floribama. They went to all those places. Had a great time. But that next day on out there on that sand, man, they were under umbrellas and stuff in shade, but she looked rough, man. She
Really?
looked like she had a rough time. And sitting there, and she got sick. And I was like, hung over, right? So that's your typical thought.
Look, we've all been there
Yeah,
on the
we've been
beach.
Well, apparently she wasn't hungover. She got the stomach flu that he got.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So she was sick for 3 days after she got married. And we laughed. At least I laughed, let me say. And
Well-
I felt bad for her, but by the same token, I did laugh. But she made it through that day.
But as a couple, you share everything, right? You're right down to a stomach virus.
Well, right out of the gate, we're going to share.
That's brutal, man.
Well, at least she didn't pull. What was that? There was some comedy movie where the brides were all hanging out, and one girl got them to eat someplace, and they were there, went to a wedding place, and was trying on wedding dresses, or the bride was,
Mm.
and then everybody got food poisoning, so they're all running and stuff. And
Oh.
the bride, there was no bathrooms because everybody was hogging them.
Holy
and
hell.
the bride ran out in the middle of the street, and she goes, "Oh my god, this is happening, this is happening."
Yeah.
So she just squats in the middle of the street,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
the damn dress is fluffed out, so you
Yeah.
can't really see what she's doing. And she's just like, "Oh my god, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening."
Stomach virus is the worst.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't imagine being at a formal event like that, with that going on, and then the heat to compound it of the beach,
heat, and a little bit of liquor the night before. Oh God,
man. I'm not gonna tell you that. I mean, I've been sick, hungover countless times. That shit, I probably ran through 9 lives just through my antics on the beach. So I completely get it. But I've never had a stomach virus. I think that
Oh,
would probably have been the absolute death of me, though.
oh man. Well, the sad part about it was they spent a lot of money and they stayed the extra few days, down there. Had a great condo and stuff, but
They got a good view of the toilet.
Oh
though.
man, they had a great view of the toilet, man. They were wearing
good.
it out.
Well, good.
And I can't remember if he got sick again or not, but all I know is that was the wildness of that event. But let me tell you how we got down there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me praise and bitch at the same time. So we go. My truck. I love my truck, but it's always had radiator issues.
Mhm.
Fucking radiator companies don't make a radiator for shit nowadays,
Right.
and so they always mess up. Well, we damn get ready, and I won't go too deep into the story, but I go and get the oil change before we're going to go down there. We're supposed to be down there that afternoon on a Friday. So when I run down and get the oil change. The guy goes, man, I see a little bit of, he's country as shit. He goes, I see a little bit of antifreeze down here spritzed around. He goes, but I can't tell where it's coming from. And I'm like, fuck. And he goes, but you'll probably be okay. He goes, but you want to get this thing pressure tested? And I was like, okay. So he said it's not too bad. And I damn went and got it washed, and come back, the wife was getting all her stuff ready. So I started loading the truck and it's all clean, ready to go. We start to go and I got it cranked up because I got the air conditioner running for the lady, that's what you're supposed to do for your wife. And she goes, what's that sound? And I said, they must have got a little something on the belt, and I revved it a couple of times. I said, damn, what is that sound? I can pop the hood. That son of a bitch was just a spray, and I was like, God damn. And so I was insta-mad, and she goes, I go, you want to just rent a car? And she goes, oh, no, that's just too much. We don't, we'll just take my car. Well, if people don't understand, Amber keeps a nasty fucking car.
I borrowed it through the weekend. I got it. And I was grateful for it. I'll say that.
Yeah, we'll get to that story. But damn, I huffed and when I just walked right over to the garbage can and started dragging the garbage can over there, and she didn't even say a word because she knew.
Oh, to empty all the
trash. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And it was just weird. I just grabbing it by handfuls. I didn't give a shit if it was important or not. And of course she's trying to grab everything important before I throw it in the garbage.
Right.
And so we go down there. Car's dirty as shit, but but it made it down there. And she laughed. She goes, "Mine been dirty, but mine made it down there and back." And I'm like, "Oh, you're fucking right."
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll tell you. So I mean, she was kind enough the following week to let me borrow it. I had a small incident with my vehicle where it had to go into the shop.
Is that what you call it?
Well, so I ran into a retaining wall. Okay, I ran into a retaining wall and it needed some body work. So Amber let me borrow it. And I will say this, that I don't know if she told you or not, but I had that thing buffed out and clean tight when I got it back to her. Because I got it with Wendy's cups and McDonald's bags and all its glory.
Dude, that was from a week.
Oh, man.
All that shit was gone the weekend before.
Yeah.
That was from a week.
Yeah, but I was not in a position to complain. I was grateful to have it, that she let me borrow it. So it was very, very kind of her. But she got it back spotless. I'll say that. So.
That's good. That's good. I know she appreciated it. Now, the motorcycle would have been a different story. She keeps that thing clean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, shit, because there's no cup holders on it.
Dude,
That's why.
Nowhere to collect the trash.
Right.
Oh, man. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. And I don't know. I ended up putting the greatest radiator I think I've ever put in a vehicle. All aluminum, TIG welded, all that.
Like a racing?
Oh, yeah. Just raw.
Good.
Hopefully the fucking truck falls down around this radiator. This is the 5th radiator in that truck.
That is unbelievable to me. And you've got how many miles?
250.
See, I got 255 on my little Honda.
Yeah.
And that thing just runs like a dream.
I don't know what it is, but the damn thing doesn't like radiators.
Huh.
And I don't blame the truck. I don't blame General Motors. I blame the company that makes the radiators. Just garbage.
Yeah.
But that damn thing now,
Yeah.
That fucking truck will fall down around this one. It's the most impressive radiator I've ever dealt with.
Well, good. I hope you get another 250 out of it.
Oh, that's the goal. That's
Yep.
the goal. I got to buy my son a truck, so I got have to drive this one forever till I get the next one paid off.
There you go. There you go.
But one thing we want to talk about is we're going to see a good friend of ours. He's doing a play this weekend, and I look forward to giving a great review on it. And he's been working hard at it, and he's trying with the acting, and for all you people that don't know, he works really hard. And I told him that he was good for stage. He's being play versus movies because he's so dramatic.
Very
And
dramatic.
he goes, I can't remember what he said. He said something to the effect of, "I'm not that over dramatic." I'm like, everything you do is over dramatic.
Yes. Yeah.
And
So,
but he's got a great part. It's going to be over in Eastlake, part of Birmingham.
yeah. Well, I can't wait. Three glorious hours.
3 glorious hours is how long it's going to be.
Man, oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a show.
In the basement of a church.
Hmm.
But I told him, I said, "Hey man, at least you can put on your resume that you are a classically trained actor on
Thespian.
stage."
Wouldn't it be a thespian?
I guess. I don't know.
There you go. Yes. So, and for anybody that's never been to Eastlake, it is not the crown jewel of Alabama. We'll say that. It is not. It has some rough parts. Would you agree?
I'd agree.
Okay.
Especially down there on First Avenue, which they're trying to clean up, I think, a little
Mhm.
bit.
They are. I think it's part of the renovation
Yeah,
of Birmingham. But they're probably going to have to patch up a few glory holes and things down there.
Well, I think they got rid of Cinema Blue.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think. I don't frequent that area, but
Myself either, but I've just heard that they've got a few holes in the walls that probably need patching. So, but that's always been the rumor, and that's always been the talk because it's that strip, where they've
Yeah.
got. If you're in the market for a dildo or something like that, everybody knows you can go to Eastlake and pick
get you
up
one.
a dildo on the cheap, right?
Well, they used to have that huge hand. This was years ago. There was and I remember this girl I used to date. She loved toys. This was about mid '90s. She loved toys, and she'd go in there to get one, or we'd go in there, and I was always amazed at that. It was basically from the elbow
They had two hands,
up.
one like this and one like this. I don't know.
This one looked like they were doing a kung fu punch.
Oh, had the
got-
knuckle out,
had the
huh?
knuckle out, and I was like,
Hmm.
a little young, a little naive. I was just like, what the fuck is that for?
That was what was that? Probably an extra $25 to get that knuckle, as opposed to just a regular blunt fist. Oh. Well, I'll tell you. I mean, if you want to stay on the subject for a minute of bookstores and things like that, ironically, and I've held this story and I haven't really told it much. I've told it to you, but many years ago when I was working in Houston, Texas, and it seems like all the good stuff happens in Houston.
And I tell you what, I just got assigned out to Houston. I don't know if I need to be careful
Well,
or adventurous.
after this story, you'll have a hot spot to check out.
All right.
So I was working in one of the main postal facility there, and I was because I was assigned there for a month. I befriended one of the locals that worked there, and he was a young Hispanic kid. And one of the people they told me, they go, man, if you talk to this guy, because I was single at the time,
Mhm.
they said if you talk to this guy, he knows all the good places to go. He knows all the girls, all the clubs. That's who you need to hang out with. And so my weekends were free, so we got to talking, and he was in a Mexican band, and he played the accordion, which is wild to me, that this guy would have groupies. But we went to a club, and I mean, it was women coming out of the woodworks, and
For an
because
accordion player?
an
Like
accordion, yes,
the
yes,
whole
yes,
yeah.
it's wild. And I mean, he was a young, good-looking guy, but still, the fact that you play an accordion and you're pulling it in like he was,
Didn't they make fun of kids when they played the accordion?
it was a wild scene. So after a couple weeks of this, he goes, Dave, he goes, I'm going to tell you. He goes, I'm going to let you in on a secret. He goes, there's a spot every Wednesday night you can go to, and there's a woman that hangs out at this this club, and she'll suck anyone's dick that comes in.
No way.
Yeah. And I said, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, it's this bookstore. You go to the back, and you just go in there, and she'll suck your dick. And I said, this is crazy. I said, but I'm not going to do that. I go, that's not my scene. And so he goes, I'm telling you, it's harmless. Just go check it out. And so every day at work,
It's harmless.
yeah, every day at work, he'd hit me up on it. He'd go, man, have you been? Have you been? And I said, listen, I'm not going to do it. So week 1, week 2, week 3. So finally, my last week in town, he just keeps on. He goes, Dave, I'm telling you, before you leave, you got to go see this woman. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. I said, the whole thing just seems seedy and creepy. I mean, why would I do that?
Right.
So Wednesday night, it's supposed to be her night. So Wednesday after work, I'm at the hotel and I'm just kind of dicking around, really nothing to do. And I thought, I got to at least see what it is. I mean, I can't leave here.
I gotta see what she looks like,
Sure.
if nothing else.
Right.
Yeah.
So the curiosity got the best of me. Okay. So I go down there. So I go to this, and down in Texas, these bookstores are not, they're almost like shopping centers. I mean, they're massive. Okay?
Mm.
So I go there, and the guy goes, at the counter, he knew why anybody that was walking in, why they were coming in on Wednesday night. And I go, hey, man, I'm looking for, he goes, just go to the back. Because I didn't have to say it. So I go to the back, I go through this door, and there's like a maze of hallways back there.
Okay.
And it was dark and all these little booths, and I didn't know. I was completely out of my element. So as I'm walking, there's like a line of like 25 guys standing in a line. And so I get to the end of the line, and it was just really
No,
awkward.
no cutsies, huh?
No. So I get at the end of this line, and I the guy at the end, I go, hey man, this is gonna seem awkward, but is this the line to get your dick sucked? He goes, yeah. I go, okay, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't the line to
To
suck
suck
dick.
dick.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was in the right line. So I stood in this line, and it was just painfully awkward with 25 guys in front of me, and then the line starts to grow behind me, and then it's 5 guys, 10 guys, and the line is growing and growing.
God damn.
Oh, it was unbelievable. So the line is moving painfully slow. So then the guy behind me, I guess he wants to make a buddy, okay? So he starts talking, and he's like, hey, man, so, you come here a lot? And I'm like, Jesus, dude, seriously? I go, no, this isn't my scene at all. And so he keeps on, and he wants to talk about, how great it is and how often he comes. And I go, listen,
So
man.
this chick's a pro, man.
Oh, yeah. She's been doing it apparently for years.
Oh,
So-
God.
Oh, it's a wild scene. So this guy keeps on trying to talk, and I go, listen, I'm really not comfortable. I'm probably going to leave. I don't even know that I can make it through this gauntlet of 25 guys in front of me. I go, I'm just not comfortable. If we could just not talk. And so we're inching up, and the guy goes, hey, listen, I know this is your first time here, but I'm going to tell you, tonight is a special night. He goes, there's actually 2 girls in there. They got 2 different rooms.
Mhm.
He goes, and so you actually came in a really good night. And I'm like,
How the hell do you know that if he's that far back?
I don't know if they sent out a newsletter. I don't know how it works. So anyways, I get up there.
Group chat.
Yeah. So this is before cell phones.
Oh,
I'm going
shit.
way back.
You're
Yeah.
going way back.
So I get up there. There's one guy in line in front of me, and so I'm watching. And so when the door opens, it's just a black hole. You can't even see her. It's like she's standing behind the door, opens it.
So nobody can see her.
Yeah, and I'm getting super uncomfortable
What if
because I am 100% straight. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get to.
Yeah.
Like, what if it had been a dude?
Oh no. I was ready to fight my way through. Because I just there's no way. And I know that guy from the post office, he wouldn't have done that to me. I trusted the guy.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
like to believe it.
Yeah.
Maybe got a little bit of a laugh, but he knew that wasn't.
Yeah.
So now I'm next in line, and the anticipation is building. I'm getting very nervous, very uncomfortable. And the guy behind me is really starting to, chat up. You can tell he's getting excited. Hey, man. Okay,
There
here we go.
go.
Yeah. I'm like, shit.
Like skydiving, man. We're at the door now.
Yeah, very, very excited. And I'm contemplating, am I backing out? Am I going in? I'm like, Jesus.
That's a lot of time to be standing there to back out.
Oh, God. Well, I don't know. But uh, I just, the unknown is what was so nerve-wracking for me. So the door opens. The guy walks out, and it's my turn. The door stays open. I step in, the door shuts, and I look, and the woman is like mid to late 50s, and she looks like she would work in a library, like somebody's mother.
Like sexy library?
No, not sexy library. She wasn't hideous, but she just looked like a church-going average mom.
lady, yeah.
Glasses and the whole bit. And so I'm standing there and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me, and it was very almost assembly line-ish, for her.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay, drop your pants. Let's do this." And I'm like, okay. Now there was a bench in there that was about waist high, and I sit on the bench, and she goes, "I'm not doing that." She goes, "I got a bad back. I'm not gonna bend over." She goes, "I need you to stand up on the bench."
I got a bad back.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
no shit.
Yeah. So I go, "Listen, if I could just get my dick sucked real quick," I go, I really don't even want to be here. I don't even know why I'm here. I really don't want to stand on the bench. If we could just do this real quick and then I'll leave." And she goes, "Stand on the bench or get the fuck out. I don't care which one it is."
Damn.
And so I'm like, well, I mean, I'm committed at this point.
Did you have
So-
to when you crawled up on the bench, did you have to like put your elbows on there and just kind of crawl up on the thing?
So I get up on this bench, but the bench was so high, like I said, it was waist high, and so it had a drop ceiling, and there was a tile that was moved off. So I had to actually stick my head through the roof, through the ceiling tile. So I've got my head up there,
So
and
you're
I'm
prairie dogging.
yeah, yeah. And so she's blowing me. And while she blows me, I'm looking around and I just see whatever you see up in the ceiling tiles of a building, And, she's getting into it. And I'm like, all right, maybe this isn't all that bad, because things are kind of moving. And then I hear behind me, someone go, "Psst, hey, buddy." And I'm like, no way. And she's sucking, and I hear, "Hey, back here." And I turn around, and that guy that was in line behind me,
Yeah.
he's about 15 feet behind me getting his dick sucked by another girl, and he's got his head through the roof.
She had a bad back too.
Shit. But he goes, "Hey, feels pretty good, isn't it?" And I'm like, I'm not. Why? I can't even talk. I didn't want to talk to you in line. I sure as shit don't want to talk to you while I'm getting my dick sucked.
Oh God.
But I couldn't even finish. I just told her. I said, "Hey, listen, hey, lady down there, that's it." So I just had to zip up and get out.
Oh,
But
wow.
that was, I'm telling you, man.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that was, yeah. But that's the way they roll down in Houston over there.
Yes. I don't know if
So-
I can roll like that.
Yeah.
And
So
I think
check
my-
that out when you go down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Amber probably disapproved of that. I don't know. She
Not if you
comes.
come back with a story like that.
Yeah, she comes. If I come back and I got any ceiling tile remnants on my shirts, she might be upset.
Well, I went back. So I went back to work, and I talked to that guy. I go, "Hey, man, I went and I saw your girl, last night," and he was like really excited. "Yeah, how'd it go?" And I told him the whole story, and he goes, "Oh yeah, man, there's a lot of creepers." And I go, "I mean, you made it sound like she was going to be laying on silk sheets and she was a model and all this, and that was
Look.
not the case at all."
Are they ever look like models?
No.
I mean,
No.
yeah, it's like swingers and everything else for the most part. I mean, you might catch your one or two
Mm.
that might look okay, but they're never the Pornhub level.
No,
chicks that they push it out to be.
But I mean, listen, if you've got a woman that she's going to sit there and blow anybody and everybody on a Wednesday night in a major metropolis,
Yeah.
and she's been doing it for years,
Yeah.
chances are she's
Hurry up,
got
I got church in a little bit.
yeah. There's a good chance she's got a few nicks and scratches on her. You know what I'm saying?
You better be careful about those nicks and scratches. I'm
So-
I'm glad you've made it this far.
Man, oh man, yeah. But that was a wild experience. So
God, they would shut that shit down here. They
yeah,
would. Holy, if that ever got out
yeah.
around the state, I mean,
But-
jeez.
But like I said, I mean, it was before the internet was starting to take off. There was no cell phone back then. I don't even know how they got the word out. I don't know if they stapled a piece of paper to a telephone pole or what they did back
Well,
then.
it's the old adage of some of the best way to sell something is word of mouth.
Yeah.
And apparently your buddy was he was quite the salesman. getting
Yeah,
everybody
but
to
there
come.
was no money exchange, no nothing. It was a very bizarre, surreal situation. The whole thing was, it was so Twilight Zone-esque that even now I have a hard time believing that I experienced something so ridiculous. You know, that it's just it is wild. It is wild.
There's
So,
some crazy people out
yeah,
there.
and she's probably dead now. So, I
What was
would-
that, 20 years ago?
yeah, about 20.
Yeah,
So.
she's probably damn.
Either that or she's really gotten her fill. I'll tell you that. I mean, just think
What
about
was that? God, what was that? That damn movie, Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man or something like that. And there's that woman, Tilly, and she would take her teeth out.
it. Oh yeah, yeah. She wasn't at that point. Probably not far though.
She's
Hell,
getting there now, though. She's still alive.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Well, that's funny.
No.
Holy smokes. Well, shifting gears, though, I
Mhm.
mean, you're talking about some weird shit. I was sitting there, I like to read those weird facts things, and Amber actually turned me on to this one. Did you know that dolphins like to get high?
No, I knew that they would hump women if they get turned on.
Well, apparently dolphins are more like us than we realize.
How would they get high?
Oh, this is the great part. So there's a study out, and some doctor got all the letters behind his name and all that good shit, did a study, and it said adolescent dolphins like to go and fuck with pufferfish. And when a pufferfish comes up, if you get stuck by one, it releases a toxin that can be deadly to other things, humans, whatever.
Mhm.
But apparently, it gives dolphins a euphoric effect.
Hmm.
So what they noticed was that dolphins will go and start fucking with pufferfish to get them to puff up and bounce them around, and then pass them to their buddies, and they'll bounce them around.
Like they're passing a
Puff gives a whole
Join
new
around.
whole new meaning to puff pass, right?
Wow. Huh. That is amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So they just like to get high.
Huh. I have to. Surely there's a video of that.
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, they got video.
Huh. I'll check
That's
that.
that's the amazing part is they got video.
Yeah.
That you can sit there and watch the damn dolphins
Huh.
nuzzling the damn. Remember that time we were down at your brother's and the school of dolphins were fishing right there off the end of the pier, scared the shit out of us because it was dark
Yeah.
when they first rustled.
Yep.
Amazing creatures.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was kayaking out there, and they'll come up right next to you. And when you're on a kayak, you're very vulnerable over there,
Right.
Because I mean, your boat's not much bigger than them, you
Right.
know, and it's something.
I was
So,
watching the video where they there was like 4 of them that were playing in the surf, and a guy was surfing, and one of them jumped up and sideswiped a surfer, knocked him off.
I saw that. Yeah.
Almost like they were doing it for fun.
Yep.
It's like, watch this, and we'll knock this motherfucker
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's super smart. I would love to swim with them. I know people do that.
Yeah.
You know.
You can get humped by one. Then
Nah.
you can add that to your weird shit that's happened.
I'll pass on that one. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, that was antics from my youth. I mean, I don't.
Is that right?
Yes. I don't. Any story I tell I always say is at least 20 years old. I don't tell it if it has to hit a certain expiration date before I'll tell it.
Right.
So now I don't have.
Well, we got this guy at work, and I can't say his name, but he's very odd, and he's what they call a shopper. I think he's a shopper, and then it's basically somebody that does what we do. And but they go around work contract different companies and whatnot. And he like everybody hit him or he's hit a bunch of people up. He doesn't like to go home. He doesn't live here. So he doesn't like to go home to see his wife and kids or whatever. But he comes around going, "Hey, what are you doing tonight? What are you doing this weekend?" He's in big need of a buddy. So he may be looking for a buddy like your buddy was trying to turn you on to stuff.
No,
So maybe he's looking.
I'm
for
good. I don't need a buddy.
Well, I'm just
I
saying
don't-
maybe he's looking for
Yeah.
maybe he's looking for
Oh, like-
somebody to let him know where the action is.
I don't couldn't tell him. So, but you ever hung out with him?
No,
Oh,
no.
no, maxed out on buddies right now.
Max-
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Pretty much, I just go to work and go home now. So,
Oh man. So that's.
yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. I
Mhm.
mean, I hate that we've been gone for fucking ever. It seems like we hadn't done a whole lot of show prep for this particular one, so we'll probably cut it short so we can go get our 3 hour fill
Woohoo.
of a play.
Man, oh man, yeah. So, but we're gonna start hitting it more regular, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just kind of summertime, living life a little bit, but I mean we're back on track now.
Chasing skirts and
I promise you,
taking dog selfies.
I'll behave and I'll be more more on track with
If anybody
things.
doesn't know, Dave likes to run around taking dog selfies.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to say dog
They
selfies.
like cheek to cheek, smiling, both of them.
Now you're exaggerating. Hell.
Well, I gotta exaggerate some.
So, but I do like to go out and live life a little bit, and and I'll be honest with you, last week may have been my fault,
It was all Dave's fault.
100% my fault that we didn't do a show,
Yeah,
but we're back on track.
back
now.
on track.
So,
So, why don't you hit us with that commercial one more time, and we'll roll out of here.
all right. See you,
Yeah.
everybody.
All right, bye.
This is the Furlough Podcast, brought to you by All American Ford in Aniana, Alabama. Stop by and see John Makovica and his team today.